That's a sex offense. I'm going to prosecute for that. And the entity began it after I captured the impossible light activity on video. That is the entity that is, again, mentally ill. Psychopathic behavior results in more of that violent conduct, which is to monitor in furtherance of murder. Employee 3603 refusing his information also while he is gang stalking. P.O.C. All right, this is severe mental illness. He's in impossible light. And under the fake sun, I'm at this bus stop, remember, at 7 in the morning as well. This is the infamous 150 East Hope Boulevard. This is the demon that's monitoring and molesting. This is the demon possession is evident through the impossible light that's targeting me on the bus. 1545805. Stalking on the roads and the highways. The fake sun's going to remain over me, as it did as I'm documenting while I'm at the hotel of Ontario Airport and coming all the way up. And I'm also here at 7 in the morning, which is how you know an airport is stalking. Okay? That's the entity that is very mentally ill. Doing so while the sun's not over the Ovid Family Community Library. These are demons that are pacing. I'm gonna break that down for you. They're demons. That's P.O.C. The entity has the fake sun over the 150 East Hole. I've been documenting that for a long term regarding what is mental illness that you're witnessing by the demon possessed are monitoring you. And this is criminal surveillance and it's stalking by the government. And this is also hostile conduct by co-conspirators of murder acting under company names that you're going to prosecute. 1730864, doing so with immigrants that are going to be deported, doing so with blackface demons, all the same, sharing that criminal conduct, sharing that mental illness, sharing that impunity. The entities engaging that while impossible light is occurring on the bus, and it begins accosting my person after I documented that damning evidence, but I've documented impossible light. There's no light that's going to appear on the inside of the bus while you're driving outside of it. Okay? And it's also not the sun while I'm here literally documenting historically and as of late at 7 in the morning where that same airport is stalking. And there's no takeoffs from the airport, which is east of this location, where they're also flying over the Ontario Town Square. There's no takeoff over there. There's no airport behind the amphitheater of the Ontario Town Square. There's no sun that will be over the same venue where they're stalking when I'm here at 9, 7, 8 in the morning. This is the entity that engages in that. Laughing while you're being prosecuted and shown as demons is unpersuasive conduct. The gang members that are mentally ill engage in that conduct, presupposing that you are not going to pierce into the evidence of them targeting you. That does not work, and it is relevant for what is psychopathic conduct that's shared as a population. Okay, the entity engages in what is gang conduct amongst public transportation. Stalking by the airport, stalking by OMNITRANS, it's relevant to Alan D. Wapner. Okay, this is all impossible light. The entity, remember, I get on OMNITRANS, I go to Pomona. This is the same route. The sun's not going to be here under any circumstances, and it wouldn't be over me. And it's never creating light, shooting through the middle of the bus, moving on then what is the roof of the bus while you're driving by at that. It's not even the sun. 10195 is targeting, knows exactly who I am, and it's also a demon. Okay, this is the elements of monitoring, and the mentally ill population are also those who are immigrants who are going to be deported out of the country. It's a matter of national security. Okay, P.O.C. It is currently 12:47 p.m. This is the same block where I'm documenting the entity gang stalking at the intersection at 6 p.m. This is the same intersection, Holt and Euclid, where the entity has the fake sun setting, where the entity is gang stalking with those of this, you're looking at what is the actually exact opposite of discrimination, equal opportunity regarding terrorism by the state, domestic terrorism, the gang stalking African American, the gang stalking Asian male that are sharing in that criminal conduct that is state action, okay? The entities engage in that as a population, where the entities engage in that conduct, and this is speaking to what is martial law, okay? This is all on behalf of a gang stalking police department that commits kidnappings. Through them, they engage in criminal summoning, waging malicious allegations, stalking you obsessively, keeping your genitalia under surveillance, and they do so where a fake sun rises and sets over you. This is P.O.C. OMNITRANS, this license plate in particular, that's prosecution, stalking with the entity, 1545805, bus 2362, employee 3603. All right, engaging what is sexually violating me as a gang stalker in furtherance of my murder because he's a hostile demon, monitoring evidence. You wouldn't be so mad, in other words, demons, if you weren't keeping me under surveillance. Learn how to control yourself when you lose. P.O.C.